Yo, what's up? Max here. We're sitting here in one of our offices, and in this video I want to talk about why offline coaching has no future and why in the mid to long term offline coaches will go completely extinct and will be replaced by online coaches. So if you're currently an expert, a coach, a consultant, and you're doing your services offline, but you want to be safe in the future, you want to maybe even increase your revenue and your profit, then pay attention right now because this video is for you.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
So the first big point I want to talk about here is cost, okay? Offline coaches always have higher cost. It will always be like that. Why? Because as an offline coach, you either need an office or a practice where you're meeting your clients, or some sort of location where either the client comes to you, meaning you have to pay for the location, you have to rent the space, or you come to the client, which is also connected to cost for you because you have to go sit in your car, drive to the client or whatever means of transport there is, and you have to meet your client in person. Not even talking about the opportunity cost of you actually having to go back and forth, the travel cost that is basically not really paid for you because you could do a lot of other things while you're traveling. And if you're doing online, you don't have that problem. In fact, I used to be coaching completely offline. In my first business, the dating advice business, I would have to fly out to the city. I would do it internationally, or the client would have to fly out to me. We would have to meet somewhere. We would have to schedule the meeting to go there. I would have to travel there, even if it was within the city. And there's just so many costs involved. And if you're an offline coach, you probably know that too. You probably are very restricted when it comes to location. First of all, we'll talk about this in a minute. You can only get clients from your certain city. And second of all, there's just all these costs that go along with it. And if you're doing it online, all these things could just completely fall away and you're just saving a lot on your bottom line when it comes to costs. So of course, lower costs means for you higher profit margins. The thing too though, something that many people tend to forget is lower costs for your client. Lower cost and more convenience for your client. Because again, the client doesn't have to schedule a certain time to meet you in person. Client doesn't have to travel to you. And it's just way more convenient for your client to meet you online. And nowadays, depending on how versatile you are with nowadays technology, it's so easy to talk to a client, almost like it is in person, via Skype video, WhatsApp voice messages, WhatsApp video calls, Zoom. I'm talking to you via video. I'm not talking to you necessarily one-on-one. This video is pre-recorded if you're watching this, but I'm talking to all my clients online via live video calls, via almost 24 hours being reachable on my phone. And that is a big, big convenience for your clients. So they're getting more excited about that. And again, we'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but also lower costs involved for your client. And this is the next big point, and that is no more dependency on regional clients. Okay, and this is something that many coaches have transitioned out of over the last 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years ago, many clients, many coaches that are now having clients online, they were only accessing a very small pool of potential clients. First of all, you could barely do that while living on the countryside. If you're living on the countryside as an expert, you have a very, very limited amount of potential clients. Now, sure, you can have clients come from the city to you, but then we're again at the problem of the client having to travel to you, or you have to travel to the client. But the amount of potential clients is very, very limited because it's regionally limited. But if you transition into online, literally anybody that is a potential client of yours can also become your client. It doesn't matter if that client is in, LA, Chicago, Amsterdam, Australia, somewhere. It doesn't matter. If you can help that client, and if the client will be reached out to by you, he can become the client, right? It's very simple. And this is something that kind of blows a lot of offline coaches' mind when they get a free consulting call with us. They're like, oh, that is correct. I can reach a lot more potential clients, which also has the side effect that is very positive, that you can also say no to potential clients. You're not reliant on anybody anymore. If you don't like to work with that person because you don't like their mindset or whatever, you can say no because you have all these other potential clients, which makes the whole coaching consulting a lot easier for you, a lot more enjoyable for you. If you're enjoying your work much more, you're probably going to do better of a job, which means your client's probably going to get better results. Now, while I'm talking about you can get more clients online, also you can deliver your expertise online. I kind of mentioned it before with all the tools like Skype, WhatsApp, etc. And you'll be surprised how well it works, even with niches like fitness or spirituality or, relationship advice, where many offline coaches say, oh, I have to be there in person. You'd be surprised how well it actually works online once you have a little bit of an open mind and once you basically allow yourself to do everything online. You'll be surprised how well it works. And the great thing is, it turned out over the last 5 to 10 years that online clients tend to get better results than offline clients, and I'm going to tell you why. Because usually when you're doing offline, you're bound to certain time limits, okay? You have a 1-hour session with your client. Even if you have it day by day or week by week, you have a 1-hour session with your client. But with this type of system, the client kind of experiences a bottleneck situation where, the client may have certain questions in the evening or on a Monday, but the session with you is on Wednesday afternoon. So the client kind of has all these questions and problems, and then you have to fix them within 1 hour in person. But with online coaching, you tend to be way more reachable to your clients because, again, the way we work with our clients is, many of them are connected to me via WhatsApp, and I just reply to them all the time. Doesn't matter if it's 9 p.m. or, 6 p.m. or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, or it doesn't matter if they have a designated session with me per week. They can just reach out to me or my coaches that are helping them as well, and they basically almost experience 24-hour support, right? Or if you do it even more regionally, let's say like you are doing online, but you're only doing it in the German-speaking market, it's throughout the entire day where they can reach out to you. So that is one big point, that you're more accessible to them if you feel like you want to do that. Obviously, some people say, okay, I only want to be accessible throughout, office hours. That's totally fine as well. But number two is also, you tend to work with your clients over a longer term basis because it's scalable for you and more sustainable. So clients tend to get way better results, which is of course good for you because happy clients means better results. Better results for clients means probably more referral, which means, again, more revenue for you. And it also means better marketing that you can do online, okay? You can have them shoot testimonial videos for you. You can interview them. You can use that as part of your marketing efforts once you're transitioning into, doing a little bit more social media or with paid ads. And another big thing, I kind of mentioned it before a second ago, is scalability. Okay? While you're doing coaching or consulting offline, you're there with one client for 1 hour. Right? During that hour, you probably can't take on another client, right? But let's say you're doing everything online and you're in constant contact with your clients via WhatsApp, via chat, by email, whatever it is. You can scale that because now while you're replying to that client, you can also reply to the other client. And also you can even transition into, say, let's say group coaching, okay? And you can say, okay, at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Monday, I'm gonna jump on a call with everybody who needs my help. Right? So now that the client from Amsterdam joins in, the client from the East Coast joins in, the client from Singapore joins in, as long as it works for them time change wise, now you have 1 hour, but not just one client. You have 1 hour, but several clients. So for you, it's scalable. You can much easier take on more clients with less effort from your side, which means, again, more money for you, more revenue, and also more profit because the cost per client is much lower than otherwise you would have when you would do it offline. And the great thing is you can still charge the same price, right? So you're charging the same price that you would charge offline, but you can have more clients, you can give them better results. Everybody wins. It's a win-win-win for everybody. Now, this is why online coaching will slowly but steadily simply outperform offline coaching, okay? And offline coaches will slowly but steadily go extinct. This is what we call market disruption, okay? The online coaching, online consulting, also online service providing market is slowly but steadily being disrupted by people like us. okay? Like literally by my team and I, who are offering what many people offered offline, now online. We're disrupting the market, and our clients in their respective niches are disrupting the market as well. And slowly but steadily, offline will just go extinct, because again, it's a great win for the person who offers the services. It's also a great win for the clients, and it's just more convenient, it's more scalable, and it just works better overall. And the thing that I want to tell you here is too, when you hear about market disruption, don't be romantic about things, okay? I know it's always been that way. I know if you're an offline coach, you've done it for years already, maybe even decades, and it's always been that way, and it works so well, and I really like it. But those are romantic thoughts. And I respect that you're believing in what you have been doing, and you're believing in the system that you've been adhering to so far, but you gotta think practical, okay? Being romantic about things has never resulted in a sustainable future income, okay? Being practical, being realistic about things, okay? So you gotta understand that if you want to survive as an offline coach, you have to transition into online coaching. It might seem scary, it might seem unknown right now, there might be a lot of variables that are unclear to you as of right now, but it's not impossible to do. In fact, it will be more beneficial for you, because most people that come to us, for example, as an offline coach, they experience some sort of revenue explosion once they transition into online. But there is a little bit of discomfort in the beginning because it's unknown to them, but at the end of the day, they make more money, they're happier, they deliver better results to their clients, which is, again, a win-win situation for everybody. Now, this is not a thing that will, make you rich overnight or anything, but it's something that can definitely, if you do it right, easily result in 5 figures a month for you if you've been making 4 figures offline so far. If you're making 5 figures offline already, it can easily result in maybe even 6 figures for you online if you're adhering to the right system, if you're executing it properly. So when you're watching this right now and you're getting the idea of understanding, hey, online is the future. I have to transition into online things. I gotta be practical. I gotta be practical about my future. I can't be romantic. Then I got something very good for you, because you can now literally jump on a free consultation call, either with me personally or with an expert from my team, okay? And what we'll do on that free consultation call, we'll basically look at your situation, we'll look at your current business, and we'll help you develop a strategy plan for you to break free from that little prison of coaching only offline where you're very restricted, and go into online where, again, your clients get better results, and where you get better, much more revenue and higher profit margins. And all you have to do in order to get on that call is you click the link down in the description below, the link that appears somewhere here right now. Click on that link, read what's on that page, because it's great information for you to get started. And at the bottom of that page, you fill out the quick application. It takes you 1 minute to fill that out, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. There's no hidden costs in that call. It will be entirely for free. This is important, again, if you're already making money offline, you want to transition to online. This is also important if you have a skill, but you haven't monetized it yet, but you want to monetize it using online. Give us a call as well. But also, if you like the idea of doing online coaching in general, but you have no idea what it could be that you could coach, what your expertise could be, give us a call nonetheless. We can analyze your strengths, and we can help you out with finding the proper system, the proper model that can work out for you. So again, link down in the description below. Now, we're getting a lot of clicks for this channel nowadays, so the slots for the free consultation calls usually fill up very, very fast. If the link still works, it means we still have a spot open for you. So you gotta take action, you gotta take it seriously. This is your future, this is your freedom, this is the results for your clients that are waiting for you. So it's in your responsibility. Don't watch this video and X out of it, because otherwise it has been a complete waste of your time. Make it happen, take action, maybe talk to you very, very soon. I wanna say thank you very much for watching, and GG.